Thanks for tuning in to the Crossroads Podcast, your place for the latest news and discussion in the world of PlayStation, PC, and Xbox. Crossroads is a partner of the Boss Rush Network, which is your place to get a wide variety of gaming and entertainment news. If you're looking for news, podcast reviews, and more, head to bossrush.net today and see it all from our ever-growing family of contributors and creators.
Can we change the Boss Rush slogan to just "Don't be a dick"?
Actually, wait, didn't it change? Like, Corey, you kind of like changed like the slogan just a little bit, didn't you? It was like "Be better," but it was something else too, right?
Boss Rush Network, don't be a dick.
It's
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Crossroads Podcast. I am LeRon Dawkins, and here with me tonight, full panel. Hey guys, how's it going?
great.
Oh, we're doing fine. I don't know.
We're doing fine.
I was confused. Who intros the show like that?
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, kind of like, whoa.
I intro the show like that sometimes. Well, okay, so once again in the house with us tonight, my man Stoy. What's up?
Hello, Anthem is still a good game.
Okay, sure.
That's why I'm leaving the background up again for a second week in a row.
I never played it. You know my reasons for not playing it.
It was fine.
The Anthem team gouged the Mass Effect team, and we got Andromeda.
You know, honestly, it had some of the best flight mechanics, like, you know, in any game that anyone like I've ever played.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, It's pretty damn good graphics, real good combat. It's just obviously lacking a little bit of story content, but yeah, it was fine.
I'll take your word for it. I'm really. I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying it to patronize you. I mean it.
I believe you.
Thank you.
All right, and
I just need to have my feelings validated every now and then. Anthem wasn't bad. Hashtag Anthem wasn't that bad.
all right.
I would say a solid 7.
And that's fine, right? That's passing. Right?
7 is nice. A 7 is nice. All right, and back once again with the Crossroads team is the one and only Stephanie Klimov.
Hey, do you guys know why koalas aren't considered bears?
Why?
Because I have syphilis.
Okay, that threw me off. They don't have the right qualifications. Hey.
It's gonna be a long night, isn't it? Story's out. How's it going? How's it going, Stephanie?
Going fine. It's going well. I'm just here to irritate everybody.
and also, no stranger to Crossroads is the one and only Corey
Dirrig.
Dirrig.
After that drink, I'm sorry.
Wait, you need a beer after that drink?
After that joke, I mean, I'm sorry.
What's up, Corey? How you doing?
Hello, I'm here. It's going. I've survived another day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to talk about video games
Cool.
for another 2.5 hours.
Maybe.
Like last night.
Maybe. Yeah, last night we ran kind of long.
Last night was awesome.
It was because I was on Pal Block. That's why it was awesome.
Oh, can't wait to listen
No,
to
we
that
had
episode.
Wes from
Yeah,
Cosmo Gaming Crew on.
Yeah, we had Wes was amazing. So guys, some stuff happened last week. That we're definitely gonna talk about. But like that, I just gotta say, like, did the state of play get everybody amped?
No.
Of course not, because you're a PlayStation hater.
Yes,
No,
that
I'm-
totally got me amped.
Corey just doesn't like anything. I thought we all knew that.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not a VR person, and I'm not a horror person. I thought Final Fantasy 16 looked rad.
There was
and that
more.
about it.
There was more than just VR and horror there.
Well,
Stray.
I don't like cats.
He doesn't like cats. So
Oh God.
it's not.
I don't really care
it's-
for a lot of like
Corey woke up and chose violence today.
I know it
was like, today's the day that I want the whole world to burn.
the cat in his house is not the only curmudgeon, apparently.
Clearly not.
Yeah.
Guys, how's the week been treating y'all so far?
Well, apparently not good enough.
Nope.
What?
Nope,
What? You just
not good enough.
what? You just got through riding this high from Pal Block, and you're gonna act like now it's not good?
I mean, apparently not liking cats and not liking horror games makes me
Horrible
Nobody,
person.
no,
Yes,
no, hold
you are
on.
a
No,
horrible
nobody,
person.
nobody here judged you about the horror games part. Nobody here
feel
judged
I
you.
am.
I
I am.
And I surely did not
Resident
judge you
Evil
about the
and
cats
Callisto
part.
Protocol? You telling me you hate that stuff? Get out of here.
See the
those
Callisto
are games I
Protocol.
will not play.
I don't want to know you.
Oh, you're a big wussy. Is that why?
Yes, that's
Oh,
exactly why.
God,
I'm pussy too,
I
but
was
I'm
gonna
gonna.
say Stephanie hasn't played it either.
we're gonna.
But I will force myself to play those games.
When I come to Ohio, I'm bringing my PlayStation and Alien Isolation, and you're playing.
Nope.
You're playing.
You're
You're
gonna
playing.
start with Alien
I've never even
Isolation.
seen Alien, so I wouldn't get.
There you go. There's your indoctrination right there.
David
That's
Lasby is crying right
Oh
now.
yeah, I know.
Poor David.
That's fine.
It's
I
like
think that should be like a live stream. Is making Corey play horror games.
play horror games. Like yeah, I mean like you know what we'll just introduce them to the original Dead Space and then work from there. Because you know in this day and age now the original Resident Evil is no longer scary. It's not.
Hey, I still
I
have
like
a
the original
PlayStation 4. I still have a PlayStation 4
Mhm.
with the PT demo. installed on it.
Ooh no!
I am not getting rid of that PlayStation 4. That PlayStation 4 does nothing
Ooh no!
except just be a storage unit for the PT demo.
Yeah.
So I'll come over to Ohio with you, LeRon.
Okay, you know
and I'll
what?
bring that PlayStation 4 with me.
You signed me up for this garbage.
Hey,
We did.
yeah, exactly.
We all did.
Mm.
After
Oh,
that,
boy.
we're going to Boston. I'm bringing Resident Evil 7. And so we're going to make Stephanie play Resident Evil 7. Easily the scariest Resident Evil out of all.
Fine, but
To
at
be
least you guys
fair-
will be in the room with me while I scream my lungs out.
Are we gonna snag Austin's PlayStation VR and have her play it in virtual reality?
No, yeah, absolutely. I have a PlayStation VR. So
Oh, you do? Okay.
Not VR. Come on, can we compromise there?
Nope.
We're not compromising with Corey, so we can't compromise with you. I'm sorry.
No, Ed, you can't come on this road trip because he will make you play those scary games. He will make you do it.
I will, just like I made him play retro video games because
Wow, you're like the lazy gamer, aren't you?
I am. I only like to play what's fresh, hot, and AAA, and not scary. I don't know.
Hey, you know what? There's all kinds of gamers out there.
Yeah, there is, and we like them all the same. You know what? Let's just go. Let's go ahead and just get this show rolling. Let's go ahead and like start breaking right into what we've been playing this past week. You know what? Stephanie, tell us, what have you been playing this past week?
Well, I'm starting off slow because I'm just getting back into gaming, and I know this is the wrong podcast for it, but I've just dipped my toe back into Kirby and the Forgotten Land because it's just an easy game to get back into because I can literally
Don't
play a
listen to
level.
Power Block tomorrow.
Hey, I didn't say it was the best game in the world. I just said it's a game that I stopped playing because I had to write my novel. Now I'm quote unquote done with my novel, so I'm just going to finish it. But actually, after this podcast, though, I will be firing up my PlayStation and continue my journey through Ghost of Tsushima.
Nice.
I am actually jealous of anybody that's playing Ghost of Tsushima for the first time on a PlayStation 5. I am really jealous.
Chef's kiss.
All right, well,
Yeah.
get ready to be jealous of me then, real soon here, because I'm just waiting for June 13th when they flip that switch for PlayStation Plus,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna play that free copy.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
Stories just ever disgusted with me not playing this game.
No, yeah, I'm kind of like a mixture of like angry as hell and like disappointed that for myself, because it's like I'm mad as hell that it took you guys like 2 years to play this game, but then like also like you guys are experiencing it at the best it's ever been, and I'm like, man, I wish I could go back into it, but I got such a tall backlog of games.
I have a backlog of games too. Like as a matter of fact, I was playing one of my games from my backlog.
Story, you beat the entire game, right? Ghost of Tsushima?
Yes.
So, you know how there's like Act 1, Act 2 or something? How many acts total are there?
3.
Okay.
Did you
There's kind of like a fourth one that I think there's a fourth one that's kind of like a little epilogue, but I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
Did-
Good.
Did you also play through Iki Island? Did you play through expansion 2, Story?
Yes, I didn't finish
Okay.
it.
Mhm.
But I got through a good, decent portion of it. So it has like no bearing on the overall story. Like
I was just about to ask
the mainline story.
I was
It's
about to
like
ask that
really
question.
it's really own separate, kind of self-contained world.
Okay.
So, I
Okay.
mean, you're kind of shipwrecked on an island off of the coast of Tsushima. So,
Okay. So, you know what? No, I don't want to go into spoiler territory. I was about to ask what probably would have been a critical question for that.
Yeah,
But,
don't ruin it for me, LeRon. What the hell?
oh,
okay.
go for it.
LeRon.
Shoot, the game's been out for 2 years. If you haven't played it by now, it's your fault. What's your question?
Is it Jinsekai's character? That's all I was going to ask.
That you play as?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
Who else would you play as?
Okay.
Spoilers.
Spoilers? What? It's on the marketing material.
Okay, I did. Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's what like when sometimes when you say like DLC is not really consequential to like the overall experience. I usually have that type of question to ask next. That's usually what it is.
No, that is fair. But it stars him. So
okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, Stephanie. So
he's the ghost.
Just Kirby and Ghost of Tsushima.
For now, yes.
All right, cool. Corey, you're up.
So I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm making my way through that again, and
Why are you back on that? If I may ask.
Why not? Why are you playing Mass Effect for the 400th time?
Hey, you just scooped my "What are we playing?" my segment.
Poor LeRon.
Continue, Corey.
I like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I want to finish it. That's why I'm playing it again.
Okay.
It's not really again. It's really continuing where I left off like a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm 73 hours in, and I have not even touched the DLC yet. So.
I mean,
bro, each DLC is like 15 hours long.
Yeah, I know.
I think there's like 3 of them.
Wow.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Excited.
Yeah, good old Assassin's Creed.
I love it. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a top 10 game of all time for me.
That's high praise. That's high praise from Corey because Corey is not always impressed with games.
It's true. True.
No, yeah, and he picked Odyssey out of all of them. I mean, it was a really good game. I rank Origins a little bit higher than Odyssey, but yeah.
See, the reason why I think Odyssey is better than Origins and Valhalla in particular is because I like the way it plays better.
Mm-hmm.
I think the character you play as is faster and more agile. Doesn't feel as clunky to move around.
That was made by the same team that made Syndicate, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because I remember
Yes.
Syndicate played a little bit similar to Odyssey in terms of like it had faster paced combat because that's what Syndicate was very well known for.
Yeah, and Origins and Valhalla were made by the Black Flag team.
Yeah.
So I'm playing a lot of that. I just did the Minotaur mission in the Labyrinth. So if you guys have played it. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm just kind of going through each island and clearing it out and doing all the side quests because I'm on the mission. So the main game has 3 endings, and I'm on the last one where I just have to kill all of the cult leaders, and then I'll move into the DLC, which will be fun. So that's where I'm at with that. Also continuing to play Destiny, and I am not really into this season. I want it to be. It's Season of the Haunted is the season, and I don't know. It's not doing it for me. I really like the dungeon that they did for this season. I really like the dungeon. I don't like the seasonal event that much, and we'll have to wait and see on the story thing. But it just kind of feels like a filler story that. I mean, it's definitely moving the story forward, but not in a way that the past seasons have, So, I don't know. We're only a couple weeks into the season, but so far, just not feeling it. So, but I'll leave it at that.
Okay. All right. Cool. That's it for you.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why I said I'll leave it at that, LeRon.
I didn't know if you meant leave it at that as far as like your dislike for the current season of Destiny or what. I didn't know.
I know.
So, what is the latest? I mean, what was it called? The Witch Queen or something? Not the Witch Queen.
Yeah, the Witch Queen. The Witch Queen is the latest expansion, and then each expansion has 4 seasons.
Oh, okay. All right.
That are also titled different. So last season was Season of the Risen, which was very good, and this season is Season of the Haunted, which is it's fine.
Okay.
So,
all right, Stoy, you're up.
I finally beat Horizon Forbidden West. Game of the year for me, honestly, if I were to say right now.
I can't wait to play that game.
Yeah. It's especially like with the new update, if you're playing it on a PlayStation 5. During the state of play, they announced they made some significant changes to the game where they made you can like respec all your points. You can I think interchange some of your armor pieces, and they put in like a new game plus, so you can start a new game over with all the equipment that you ended with, and then it actually boosted the performance mode, so you could play performance mode in actual 4K as opposed to 1080p. Which I think, LeRon, you and I talked about that numerous times, where I was like, performance mode plays and runs smooth, but when you look at it closely, like everything is such like a low res, like it looks terrible. So I was like, I put it in quality mode right from the start and never looked back, but it looked amazing.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like it's kind of like it was kind of upscaled the wrong way or something.
Yeah, because I think usually with performance mode in any game, it's like it's not in true 4K. It's like in 1080p, but they obviously boost it to like 60 frames a second.
Yeah.
To allow for that kind of but I mean, we're playing on a PlayStation 5 for crying out loud. Like, I shouldn't be playing games in 1080p.
I just feel like because like they did the bulk of their development on PS4. That was the first. I'm not even gonna call it a strike as a negative, but that was the first strike right there. And also, like, you know what, we're not gonna be able to see our systems like completely flex until like they stop producing for last gen consoles.
And that's my complaint with this all, because it's like they're still making games for the last gen, and I'm sorry,
it's dividing the resources.
By this point, if you don't have a PlayStation 5 or a Series X, that is your fault now. I understand.
Whoa.
No, I understand.
I agree.
I understand it's hard to find one. It's not like you could just walk into a Best Buy or walk into a GameStop and just find one and pick one up. I understand that.
But if you like, and I know not everybody does this, and I know not everybody knows how to do this, but like if you're diligent and you want one bad enough, you will get one.
You will get one.
Yeah, you just have to work a little bit harder.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just going to fall on your lap. Like, there's obviously hunting you got to do. You got to like scour websites almost every day and stuff. But like especially like I had a few friends that were like finding PlayStation 5s like during the Christmas season, like almost routinely every week for their friends to say like, hey, I found one for you. Hey, I found one for you. And
and Sony has directs like twice a week.
Yeah, pretty much. All you got to do is sign up on their website, and they'll ship you an invite like within like a month or two.
Although, if you have bought one through it already, you can. I found out the hard way.
Unfortunately, because
that's fair. That's fair.
No, exactly.
I think it's very fair. I was just saying like I wanted one, and I was gonna go through PlayStation, and I had already bought one for someone else. And
I'm telling you, I'll send you my PS4, deactivate it, start a new account, and put yourself back in line for a PS5.
No, I'm not that hard up for one right now.
I was gonna say, there's probably easier ways to do.
Yeah,
but
it's a base PS4. He'd be doing me a favor by taking it off my hands.
I mean, I really do want to play Horizon, but I want to play it, not.
Hey, I will send you my Horizon Zero Dawn disc.
I played Horizon.
Oh, you played that one. Okay.
It's my only platinum.
Okay.
What I love about Forbidden West is the attention to detail that they went into with just crafting the world and the characters around them, around Aloy. Because I think I was talking about in the beginning how Aloy was so insufferable. because like she's just like she constantly pushes people away. She has this almost like narcissistic attitude to say, only I can do this. I can do this by myself. You can't help me. You can't possibly help me. And obviously, kind of as the game progresses, she finds out that she's just one person. She can't do it all herself.
Yeah.
So she needs help around her. So thankfully, at the very least, the game kind of like opened her up to like, you know, she's begrudgingly like, fine, I guess I could use your help. But the developers of this game did a really good job of like crafting really good, meaningful side quests with really good, meaningful, fleshed out characters, and a very, very, very diverse set of characters that, you know, it's kind of refreshing to see. Like it's not just like cookie cutter white male, cookie cutter white male, cookie cutter white male. Hey, look, an Asian guy, you know. But like everybody's different. Everybody has their own little quirks. There's, you know, there's trans people in there. There's you know, bi, gay, autistic. Even like I was having a conversation with someone about how one particular character was autistic, and I was like, how could you tell? And I was like, well, just look at her idiosyncrasies that they wrote in her personality as a character and how she kind of reacts to things. Like, you know, it's high functioning autism in certain instances. And like, it was really cool. Like, I was like, man, this is kind of awesome that they found a way to incorporate all these kind of personalities and these character traits and, you know, into a game and like have it be like, you know, just they're just a natural part of the scenery.
I love when the world building has like that attention to detail, you know, like where they nuance like everything from the NPCs to the actual environment and all that stuff. I love it. You know, it's one of those things where it'll literally make me sit down the controller and just watch what happens on the screen as it plays out and stuff like that.
And you're gonna do that a lot if you're the type of person that loves to listen to conversations like I do. You know,
I'm a nosy motherfucker.
Mass Effect 2, Ron, you know this. I played Mass Effect 2 hundreds of times. I listen to every piece of conversation
every single time. Yeah. I do it too.
Verbatim what you could say.
Oh my god! Remember the Volus was trying to impress the Asari on the Citadel. He was talking about the Ascension. Yep. I'm sorry.
I listened to the Krogan serenade that Asari on the Asari home planet, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'll still listen to your poetry, man. It's great. But anyway, no, yeah, I like really props to the developers and the writers on like crafting like really good characters, because like characters really make a world for me. You know, like you could craft the most beautiful, polished world out there, you know, for me to explore and get into. But for me, it's always been about the characters. Always been about the characters. That's why, you know, going back to Mass Effect, I love Mass Effect so much because there's so many good, meaningful characters with meaningful backstories and personalities that's what makes me kind of like gravitate toward that game again. And I wouldn't be surprised if I jumped right back into Forbidden West again and started over, you know, because, you know, besides the gameplay being fun as hell, like the stories and the characters are just so great.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I played Song of Horror. It's an old school horror game. It just came out on the systems in March. It's been on Steam for a couple of years, but I won't go into too much because I'm only like an hour and a half into it, because it kind of reminds me of like the old school Resident Evil fixed camera angles kind of experience where this guy goes into this mansion, this kind of like writer's mansion, goes into a weird horror looking door and gets locked in there and like can't get out. So like you have to go back in and find him. And I'm really paraphrasing the story. But naturally, you have to find this guy in the middle of the night in this old creepy mansion, and the power's out, and all you have to light your way is a little candle. So it's like, okay, all right, you couldn't just maybe say like, I'm gonna wait till the morning, you know, when it's daytime. You got to do it at night. You got to do it at midnight.
Geez.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it wouldn't be a game if you know you just be like, I'm just gonna wait till the morning. But it's a good game if you're into high tension. Like if you're walking around this mansion and there's not a lot going on. So it's kind of like that old school Resident Evil survival horror type game where it's like you don't know what's lurking around the corner, you don't know what's going to come next. You're in this such high amount of tension that, you know, you'll hear something really weird in the background and you'll be like, what the hell is that? You know? And the game does have like occasional jump scares. Like I almost pooped my pants walking through the basement. And I walked by this like little closet, and I was like, hey, I don't remember that closet being open before. And then all of a sudden, like somebody's arm reached from inside it and like closed it. And I was like, ha, God.
Wow.
But yeah, I got to get more into it because I feel like I barely scratched the surface on that game.
Mhm.
But if you don't like getting lost and not knowing what the hell to do, this game would not be for you then.
Gotcha.
Nice.
All right. Hang on real fast.
Want me to keep talking?
Actually, I just need a quick.
I like your shirt, Stoy, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It's like a brewery in my area.
Yeah, it looks like a Native American kind of eagle symbol thing.
Yeah, the brewery is called Eagle Park.
Nice.
And that is
Makes
their kind
sense.
of their kind of logo.
Cool. I like it.
Yeah. But it looks
Nice.
like a Game Boy.
Really? Let me see. I can't get a good view on it. Oh, nice.
Nice.
That is pretty cool.
I know.
Cool.
All right. So I guess I'm up, right?
No,
Want me to
we
keep
don't want to
talking?
hear what you've been playing.
I mean, do you want to keep talking? I mean, you've got that nice that nice soothing voice that like a lot of our listeners like.
Stoy does have a great soothing voice.
When he's not busy ranting about something.
or
No, even then it's like
Even then it's soothing.
soothing anger.
or talking about taints.
Oh,
Somehow
yeah.
takes me back to my childhood.
Let's talk about the taint, by the way. While LeRon gets his stuff in order, I guess until he's ready.
Actually, I'm ready now.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
All right. We'll circle back to that. We'll circle back to that.
Yeah, like I said earlier, like Corey basically scooped me because I jumped back on the Mass Effect train because I'm woefully behind in our Mass Effect run through that I know you and I have to get ready for real soon here, Stoy. So yeah, I got back. I got back into Mass Effect, and I thought I was actually further in the original Mass Effect than I was, but no, I hadn't even rescued Liara yet. Like I hadn't even left the fucking Citadel yet. So
Do you know that the longer you wait to survive to
Oh, I
rescue
know.
Liara,
She loses her mind.
yeah, she loses her mind. So if you literally get to her like
But
at last, out of all the things you have to do, she's like completely delirious.
here's what I don't understand, though. Here's what I don't understand because Asari are like long-lived species. They can literally live for 1,000 years, right?
Bro,
Like
she's suspended in midair, like in one place.
she couldn't have been. Her mind couldn't have gotten fractured that long. I mean, what's the longest it would take for Shepard to finally get out to Noveria?
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna basically I'm gonna tie you up, tie your arms and legs up, suspend you in midair, and I'm just gonna leave you there for like what, a few days, few weeks.
I'd kill you. I would kill you.
That's what we said the whole time. Like, kill this motherfucker. I get out of this. I get out of this.
You would drive. Yeah. That would drive me. That would drive me to.
Great.
That would drive me to murder. I'm gonna skin him alive, starting with his taint.
Wow. I'm gonna start from the taint, and I'm just gonna punch it repeatedly. Ask him how he likes it.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening here, but
So I guess the reason why I never continued like Mass Effect is because I was on the Citadel that whole damn time. So like I was actually shocked. I thought when I started the game up, I was like, wait, I know I spoke to Anderson and got the Normandy. Why am I standing right here right now about to do it? Yeah, I'm finally on my way. So who knows? Like if I keep it going, like I will probably be ready for Mass Effect 3 in about a week's time because I'm gonna blow
a week's time.
I'm gonna blow through Mass Effect 2 like it's nobody's business. Like Mass Effect 2 is so fun. Like you start playing, then you realize like, oh my god, it's over. Like
Going to the collector base? Holy shit!
Exactly. I mean, seriously. Like, no. Like, you're playing the game, and next thing you know, you're picking up Legion, and Legion is basically the next to the last thing that you do in Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, that's kind of a shame.
Yeah.
I wish we got him earlier.
One of my favorite characters in the whole franchise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just like make a side comment about that character that you said if you take too long, she'll start like going crazy or something.
Yeah.
Corey, wouldn't that be really cool if they finally did that for a Zelda game? Because, in Breath of the Wild, we're joking around how we do all these side missions and we're just collecting Korok seeds while Zelda's holding back Calamity Ganon, just waiting for you. It's like, wouldn't it be cool if maybe that happened in a Zelda game?
I mean,
where you get there and Zelda's just like just hot at you. She's just like
she is the bad guy.
Dun, dun, dun.
She becomes the bad guy when it's like, what have you been doing this whole time? So you're telling me you spent an hour trying to snowboard on your shield?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you've been trying to do? You collected 900 Korok seeds, and what'd you get out of it? Golden poop? Okay.
It kind of smells bad.
Oh boy. Yeah. But yeah, that's been it. Honestly, I was still messing around tinkering with Einhander on my Vita, and I finally got the last weapon unlock, which it sounds like it should be easy to do, but it's not, because there's certain conditions you have to do in the game, and this is a game that's been out since. When did Einhander come out on PS1? I have no idea. It's that old though. Like I just looked up, and Metal Gear Solid is getting ready to have its 24th anniversary. So Einhander is just as old as Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation.
I am old.
Yeah. 98. 98's the year. Yeah. So now that I've done that, now I can continue to like tinker on with my PS Vita and continue to play Mass Effect and stuff like that. Like right now I'm on like a. It's weird. I'm on this weird hiatus from Monster Hunter. Like it happens. It happens.
Weird.
Yeah.
Well, once
So
Sunbreak
weird.
comes out, we'll
Oh,
be back at it.
well, the thing is, like, I've started making like pre-Sunbreak, like armor and weapons though. Like that'll be optimized so like when I jump into Sunbreak, I'm not getting my ass handed to me so quickly. Like I've already made like in-game stuff that's supposed to be contenders for like the new stuff that's going to happen in Sunbreak and stuff like that. Of course, yeah, I'm going to have to get some new armor and weapons though. But this stuff at least will keep me from getting like my shit pushed in. Yep. So that's everything. That's everything I've been playing. Sounds like we had a fun week of gaming so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Games are fun, guys. Turns out.
Games are fun. Yeah. Always take the time to play some video games. Do anything you love. So let's go ahead and just roll into the new and notable games coming to PlayStation, PC, and Xbox this week. This week being the week of June the 6th to June the 12th. I'm just gonna say it. The summer of games is here, but if you look at the release schedule, it's going to be a slow summer. I mean,
with that.
Yeah,
we've got some stuff that's coming, that's around the corner and stuff like that. Depending on where you play your games at, I mean, Nintendo's got a nice bunch of stuff coming out this month in June. We had some surprises, coming out for like on the indie scene, things like that.
I just remember this. I'm sorry. I just got the phone call today that they're canceling my pre-order of Prince of Persia.
Oh wait, they're canceling it because because I know who is it? Did GameStop delist it, or is it somebody else delisted
Everybody
it?
delisted it. Ubisoft delisted it. That was actually a news story. I think last week or something. That was a news story actually. Ubisoft kind of took it away from Ubisoft Mumbai.
Yeah, they gave it to Montreal.
To Ubisoft Montreal.
Yeah,
and they just basically they just kind of said we don't know when this is coming out. Wow. So it leads it to believe that the game is an utter pile of dog shit right now. So they probably have to redo the whole thing, and they've been canceling everybody's pre-orders for it. So
yeah. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get this started. So let's see. First off, for today, June the 7th, we have the DLC for Dead by Daylight. It's called Roots of Dredge. It's coming out for all. It's available for all systems. So wherever you play Dead by Daylight, it's there. Go for it. We've also got the real-time strategy game Spellforce 3 Reforce available today as well for PS5, PS4, and PC and Xbox Series X and Xbox One. I'm just gonna say all systems. It's too much. It's a mouthful. If it's coming to everything, I'm just gonna say all systems. That's gonna be the thing going forward. All right. Next up, we got the horror adventure title True Fear Forsaken Souls Part 2. What? Yeah, it's actually called Part 2. That comes out for PS4, Xbox One, and is also on PC. And then we have the co-op roguelike sim Space Lines from Far Out. This game looks interesting. I'll say that. I don't understand why it's called roguelike, because it honestly looks like just a sim game, but it's co-op and stuff. So I don't know. Like, it's available for Xbox One and also on PC right now. Next up, we have on the 8th of June, Noel: The Mortal Fate coming to PS4 and also on PC. This is a very like artistic looking RPG game. So anybody that needs their fix, it looks like a little JRPG-ish. Definitely do your thing. Also, we have Nummels, Nummels, for Xbox Series X, PC, and Xbox One. I have no idea. And then also we have the racing title Super Impossible Road for Xbox Series X, PC, and Xbox One. Hang on a second. I'm trying to deal with something in the chat. Give me a second here.
Oh yeah, that chat is blowing up. Look at this.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, Danny Glitch.
Yeah.
But I wanted to become famous.
Oh, you want me to unban him?
No, that's fine. I'll find him somehow.
All right. Coming out on the 9th of June, we have the indie adventure title Square Keeper for all systems. And then on the 10th of June, rounding out this week, okay, here's the one to be on the lookout for. Survival horror titled The Quarry from Supergiant Games. Check that out. That's coming out for all systems. The trailer looks pretty nice. And I love the cover where it's a bunch of like young adults like hanging out in a campfire, and like it's got the silhouette of somebody in the back, which it has to be the killer. Looks pretty cool though. And then lastly we have the Metal Max Xeno Reborn for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It's another RPG title. So for all you fans out there that love role playing games, like this is your week. I'll say that. So like I said, it's slow. This list is kind of packed, but like a lot of people are not going. They're not going to be looking at but only a few things on this list this week. Like the DLC for Dead by Daylight. Yeah, that for sure. My recommendation, The Quarry. I definitely say I'm going to pick that up. At some point. I'm not sure when. Because I have Mass Effect, Monster Hunter, and a whole bunch of other games to play. Yeah. So there's that. Guys. Which of this week's release are you guys thinking about? I know it's kind of weird.
Quarry. I want to get the Quarry.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad because I haven't beaten the other games. I haven't beaten the House of Ashes or
This isn't part of a series, is it? Like the Quarry is just a new game. Okay.
But I feel like I want to beat those, even though they're all like self-contained stories. They're not like part of a overarching trilogy. But
okay, I just want to make sure because what's the series of the Men of Medan and those games like
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There was like Man of Medan, House of Ashes, and then
okay.
God, I forget what the other one was. Crying out loud.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Wasn't it the military one, that third one?
Yeah.
I think that's the Ashes one.
Is it that House of Ashes?
Oh, well,
because I'm playing the second one right now.
I tried. Okay. Gosh.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not a big. It's been a while since I've gotten into an RPG, and since I have a huge backlog, I'm not really jumping.
Little Hope. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, Little Hope. No, that's the name of the game.
Okay, back to Stephanie.
He wasn't talking about you, Stephanie. That was the name of the game.
No, I felt bad. I'm like, oh crap, I should have just waited.
No. Let's keep it going.
No, but that's it. So like, if anything, maybe The Quarry, because again, I have like this sadistic personality where I want to torture myself with horror games, but it's not a day one thing. Like, I'll wait till I trim down my backlog.
See, Corey, Stephanie's got the spirit. Why don't you?
Good for Stephanie. Okay.
Yes, good for me.
She is.
Good for me. Thank you, Corey.
Listen, honestly, a good life philosophy is every day do something that scares the shit out of you.
I do. I come home.
I don't think that counts, but sure.
We have this on stream and on recording. So we ever need to blackmail you for something, we know to threaten you now to show this to your wife.
Look, she's just gonna be like, fair, yeah.
So I guess nothing's jumping out at you then, Corey?
No, not really.
You got to play the Corey, man. You got to play it. You got to play it.
Yeah. Just because it sounds like my name, LeRon, doesn't mean I have to play it.
Hey, exactly. Corey's playing the Quarry. Oh man, dude, that sets it up. Like you stream that on Twitch. Corey plays the Quarry. Come on, guy.
Yeah.
Come on, you are guaranteed. You are guaranteed to get views.
So when am I supposed to play this, LeRon?
Ed, Resident Evil 5 is not scary. Resident Evil 5. Ed said Corey and I should do Resident Evil 5. Resident Evil 5 is not scary.
I played through Resident Evil 5 and 6. Those games aren't scary at all.
No.
See if Corey played them. They're not scary games.
I've played. So Resident Evil 1 is the only game that is the only Resident Evil game that I have 100%ed. I've beaten 5 and I've beaten 6.
Which Resident Evil though? The original PS1 or the remake? The GameCube remake? Okay.
Yeah. And I've played a little bit of 0, which was kind of scary.
Yeah, Zero's scary.
Train makes it scary.
Yeah, the train portion for real, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I want it to be known that I did buy the entire series on Xbox except for 7 and Village with the intent of playing them. That includes the 2 and 3 remakes, by the way.
Well,
so
which the two remake is a phenomenal game.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, like I can't say which one I like better, 2 or 3. We got the Capcom thing going on again.
Look, I know we've kind of been talking about a little bit of a content revamp, and I think that scary games will be something that we do in October.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I usually do that. I usually save October for as many horror games as I can.
I don't know,
or maybe September and October, just to like get a bunch in.
I don't know what I'm gonna play this year for scary season.
Quick question. For Resident Evil 2, is the remake is the Mr. X always following you only for the remake, or was he in the original RE2?
He was in the original game, but he didn't stalk you like he does in the remake. Like they redid Mr. X to make sure that was a thing.
See, that's probably going to give me the most anxiety of all the scary things in that game is being followed by something.
Yeah, don't play Alien Isolation.
That's definitely him in that one in the remake, because he just kind of comes in randomly, whereas in the original game it's scripted.
Yeah,
so you know he's going to be slamming through this wall.
He's Kool-Aid Man in through walls and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Dreamcast horror games. No, I played through. Ed says I should do the Dreamcast horror games. I played Blue Stinger. Okay, that game is not scary.
Blue Stinger was lame. Blue Stinger was lame.
Blue Stinger is awesome. First of all,
no. I played that. I played and beat that game. It was not.
Blue Stinger is awesome, not lame. Okay.
If you say so.
Look, Dog's Brower, okay, with his shorty shorts and his Santa Claus costume and his,
oh my God,
them showering together to get rid of the virus. I'm just saying, the Hasty, the drinks. I want a Hasty shirt, by the way. I'm gonna make one now that we keep talking about it. Yeah, that's it. I don't know where else I was going. Illbleed was it wasn't scary.
It was okay. It was alright.
It was annoyingly difficult because
that game is
of
a lot of money right now.
I know. I sold it last year for like almost $200.
I think actually you and I talked about that. I think specifically.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like tripled in price right now.
If I really wanted to get some money right now, I should just break out like those old PS1 games that are non-greatest hits titles.
Yeah, I still have a Black Label Final Fantasy VII.
I have every Final Fantasy PS1 game that's not Black Label, including Tactics.
Yeah, I made sure when I was into collecting that kind of stuff, I didn't get any of the green, nasty neon greatest hits.
Yeah.
Don't need that. By the way, whose idea at PlayStation was to have this nasty, like toxic green label with bright red font on it.
I feel like I feel like every generation there's always something really random, about the greatest hit stuff, because like every generation, like that greatest hits just like, it just ruins the cover art.
Yeah, the red stripe is bad too.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do now to do that.
They still
especially when they have the red or like the blue cases and then just like the red cover art. Like if it's in a red case with the red stripe, it's not terrible. But when PlayStation 3, I think, transitioned over to the blue cases,
to the Blu-ray cases, and then they put them in red cases.
And then but then they also put like the right cover art in the wrong box. So it was this bright red label on this bright blue box, and it was so ugly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, that's my rant about greatest hits labels. I mean, GameCube had that nasty yellow too.
Yeah.
Yellow don't go together, guys.
For real. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started with the news, because we got stuff to talk about, and I cannot wait to get to our big topic tonight.
Is it Sonic like last night?
No, it's not Sonic. No, we're done with that. All right, so first up, we got a bit of PlayStation news coming to you, and that is the PlayStation Plus games for June are here. Yeah, go get them right now. Yeah. So, if you do not know, our PlayStation Plus games for this month are the 2018 God of War for PS4, Naruto de Boruto, Shinobi Striker, also for PS4, and then we have Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl for PS5 and PS4. So, I mean, what's there to be said?
Nickelodeon now has voices.
Oh yeah, that's right. We talked about that last night. We mentioned that, man, they just blew the budget to get like the original voice actors back, which guarantees that if anybody's looking for new content for this game, it's not happening anymore.
I was gonna say they blew all their money on SpongeBob, right? Didn't they?
SpongeBob, depending on the talent they got for TMNT, because we don't know if it's like the 87 TMNT or if it's like the one newer iterations of TMNT. We don't know. Chances are probably not, though. Now I think about it, because they got the Cowabunga collection coming. Yep. Yeah, but I mean, just for anybody that's been sitting under a rock, God of War, Kratos must adapt to unfamiliar situations, be a guardian and, take care of the boy.
Boy.
Naruto de Boruto, Shinobi Striker. Basically, you're going to team up with your friends in 4v4 arena battles and become a top ninja squad online.
I thought you said tickle your friends.
Tickle your friends.
Yeah.
And then
just read that so fast.
Oh, my bad. And then Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, including a roster of familiar faces from fan-favorite Nickelodeon franchises such as SpongeBob, Rugrats, TMNT, Invader Zim, and much more, brawled out in bombastic platform titles. All right, so here's the thing about it. These additions to the lineup are kicking off the newly minted PlayStation Plus Essential lineup, which rolls out on the 13th. So that's 6 days from now. As of this recording, for the U.S. and other North American territories. Be sure not to. I'm just gonna say, be sure not to sleep on the Naruto game as well as the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl game, because they're both good titles. And if you haven't played God of War yet, I don't understand, because it's on PlayStation Now. So anyone that's subscribed to PlayStation Now, I don't know what you were doing with your life if you didn't play it. And I don't know if you're a PlayStation 4 owner and you just never got it. I don't understand what's going on. And if you're a PlayStation 5 owner, it's on the PlayStation Plus collection if you have PlayStation Plus. So I don't understand why you wouldn't have played this.
Ron, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
I'm not going to say anything.
Take it easy.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm being the PlayStation weirdo tonight. I'm sorry.
Good Lord. You sound like me when I talk about Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima.
I don't understand why you haven't played Ghost of Tsushima. It's the greatest game of all time.
I'm going to play it. It's happening. It's happening real soon. How about this story? How about this? Because I did say earlier that I was going to play it because it's going to be free when I upgrade my subscription to PlayStation Plus. Well, until I upgrade my PlayStation Plus subscription. But I will even go one step further. if I'm actually enjoying it, I will go out and buy a copy and then just continue to play play it.
Listen, don't take my word for it. Take Austin's word for it.
Austin's just now playing it. Austin's just now playing it.
Yeah, I know. And you remember what he was talking about last time I was on? He was like, he loves that game.
Yeah, I remember.
He loves every minute of it. So
I remember.
Take his word for it.
I remember.
Apparently, you guys didn't believe me.
No, it wasn't about disbelief. It was not that.
Whatever. I see the writing on the wall.
Here. Okay, for the last time. I'm one of those people. When I miss a window of opportunity for a game that just launches, it takes me forever to get it. And it's one of those things because I have and I'll be serious with you. Like I remember when they were campaigning this game up and stuff. I was like, oh, I want to play this, but it wasn't a deep desire to have it day one, and I think that may have been the problem.
Okay.
Plus, there's other stuff going on. I'll still play Monster Hunter World, Iceborne. Okay, so guys, what are your thoughts on the June 2022 lineup for PlayStation Plus?
I mean, I think it's okay. I think obviously God of War is the big one, but also if you have a PlayStation 5 and PlayStation Plus already, you already own God of War technically. So like that just kind of feels like that feels like a weird one. But
well, I have a theory, and I actually did this in the write-up last week for the PlayStation when they announced the PlayStation Plus games. My theory is that God of War showing up on this list, it's kind of, of course, it's a curious addition to the list because like there's so many opportunities that have already played this game by now, and there's been so many I wouldn't say freer or subscriber ways to play this game, but I think with them throwing this up in here, this basically is our announcement that God of War Ragnarok is probably coming real soon. This is my logic, of course I'll be like John Crowder and be like, prove me wrong, if you want and stuff like that. But I have a funny feeling because why would they basically like it's been the PlayStation Plus collection since PS5 came out, since PS5 launched in November of 2020. It's been there. So, if you're a PS5 owner and you have PlayStation Plus, you could have already been playing it if you somehow missed it on PS4, So the fact that they're now officially giving it away to anybody, with a PlayStation account, that can play the game, I feel like this is their next push to say, hey, Ragnarok is coming.
Yeah, play this game, get ready.
Yeah.
Sure,
I mean, this is what they do because there's been some other games, there's been other games where they've done this where like the sequel's coming and all of a sudden, boom, this happens. They gave away, what was it? Shoot, I cannot remember. So I'm sorry, I shouldn't even said anything. But they do this all the time, and it's not just on PlayStation. Like it's on a lot of other platforms. Like I mean. We're not going to talk about what Nintendo likes to do with their shenanigans when like they got a game coming. All of a sudden, we'll see like a greatest hits or a rehash version of a previous game. To kind of get the juices flowing, get people in the mood, and stuff like that. It's a thing that happens. So, surprised but not surprised. Out of these 3 games on the list, which one do you think you'll be trying out first, guys?
None of them.
None of them. Thank you for your honesty, Stoy.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, no. I mean, look, if I want to see Nigel Thornberry kind of, throw Garfield off the ledge of a stage, I'll just YouTube it or something. Somebody will do that.
Wow, I feel like I should not be talking.
I will probably give Naruto a try because I used to be a big fan of the anime.
Cool.
Why not Street Fighter 5 instead of Naruto? Ed just asked, why not Street Fighter 5 instead of Naruto? Maybe
why does Ed come up with these like random like non-connecting?
Yeah,
those games aren't the same.
Exactly. Yeah.
If anything, you would put Street Fighter in for Nickelodeon All Stars.
Yeah, I was gonna say that has more connection to each other than Naruto.
Yeah, but I don't know. Street Fighter. Besides the fact that Street Fighter 5 has been given out everywhere else and stuff like that, like hell, like Street Fighter 5 is like. Yeah, okay. He's saying because Capcom is going hard on 6. No, they just started. What we saw in State of Play was the very first thing we've ever seen of it. And it's exclusive to PS4. Okay. I said this before, and I'll say this again. Capcom,
LeRon, take it easy.
No.
Take it easy.
Just hear me out for a second.
Listen,
Right
I've been
now,
recording you for a long time. I know when this is coming. We'll let it happen though. We'll let it happen.
right now, if Capcom's going to whore out anything, they're going to continue to whore out Devil May Cry 5, Resident Evil 8, and I would say to an extent Monster Hunter, but this current iteration of Monster Hunter is not multi-platform.
Yes, it is. It's Switch and PC.
That's not multi enough.
That's not. What's your criteria for multi?
You know what my criteria for multi is. It's got to be.
It's got to be on PC and everything else, so I can say I'm superior. PC,
Xbox, and Sony, because Nintendo's in its own ecosystem.
Nintendo doesn't count. Okay, all right.
No, Nintendo does count, but using Nintendo's in its own ecosystem when it comes to this stuff. Okay, how many games?
Technically, all the consoles are their own ecosystem.
That's true. But how many games subsist on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, and Nintendo?
Sonic Origins comes out in 2 weeks.
I was waiting for someone to say MLB The Show. I was waiting for that.
I was
nobody
say
cares
Witcher
about
3.
baseball. Yeah, The Witcher 3. That's a good one, Stoy. Yes.
Yeah. Doom.
Wolfenstein 2.
Wolfenstein.
All right, so Ed's saying right now, so it won't happen for Street Fighter,
Skyrim?
but for God.
Skyrim.
Okay, good one. Ed's saying so it wouldn't happen for Street Fighter, but for God of War, no mention. God of War 5 has been shown or promise of release. They already said they didn't give a concrete release, but they said they want it out by the end of this year. They said that.
They're gonna have some sort of special state of play for God of War.
Exactly,
right?
And they've already had a God of War state of play too. So like, just chill. You know, they three, 4 state of plays ago, like God of War.
Everybody needs to fucking chill.
It's almost like he wants to be on the show tonight.
You're making it out to be like he's on the show tonight.
Well, I mean, he's vocal in the chat, so let's do it.
Things moving.
All right, so we'll go ahead and move on to our next topic. Thank you, Stoy.
No.
See, Stoy. This is why I like having Stoy here. Stoy keeps me on track.
Yeah, that's why I know. Like every time, all of a sudden, where I was like, "Here's the thing. When I hear that line 3 times in a row, then I'm like, "Okay, here goes LeRon again."
Okay, in more PlayStation news tonight, the Callisto Protocol will have PlayStation exclusive content for launch. Yes. All right.
Cool.
All right, so over at the PlayStation blog, Glenn Schofield, who is the CEO of Striking Distance Studios, and by the way, he's also the man that happens to be the original creator for the original Dead Space game. Yeah, that guy.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah. Over on PlayStation blog, he shared the details on the Callisto Protocol and revealed some exciting news for PlayStation gamers when this game launches later this year. December 2nd is the date. We have the state of play to thank for that, by the way. Yes. We will get to that a little bit later, though. When the Callisto Protocol launches, PlayStation gamers who pre-ordered the game will receive the exclusive Contraband Pack, which is an exclusive DLC that gives players gives them basically a fighting chance. Now, I'm just going to say it like this. This is not the first time that, Schofield Productions has done something like this. Because when Dead Space came out on PS3, there was also console-exclusive content for that, where you got weapons and some accessories and stuff. So,
initially Dead Space, didn't Dead Space, was that exclusive to Xbox at first, and then it came to PS3 later?
No, it launched simultaneously.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it launched simultaneously. Now, Dead Space was
that group of games that launched on Xbox first because they literally couldn't get it running on PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
You know what? If I'm not mistaken,
I thought it was in that Mass Effect 2 BioShock-ish type area.
Well, yeah, because the first Mass Effect didn't get released on the PlayStation at all.
Oh.
Until later.
Right, but that's because Microsoft published it. That was before EA bought BioWare.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's find out here. What the? Okay.
I mean,
that was a bad idea.
I can find out while you can.
All right, cool. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Let me go. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. Okay, so basically, I I lost my train of thought because we asked that question. Anyway, so yeah, so the PS3 release had the had the exclusive content. As a matter of fact, PS3 had the I remember one was called the Obsidian Pack, where you got like completely black armor for Isaac. You had a different variation of the plasma cutter, and there was one other thing. I want to say it was something that like actually gave you a boost to your stasis or no. You wound up getting like two power nodes like right off the bat too. Like it was waiting in your inventory the first time you got to one of the store stations and stuff like that. So if you guys remember that, then yeah, like content specific DLC, for PlayStation, it's probably gonna be freaking nice. Beyond that, there was a gameplay trailer reveal for the Callisto Protocol last week during the State of Play, and I mean, man, it looks brutal. We're gonna talk about it in a little bit.
Love it. Love
Man,
everything about that.
Man,
I bet Corey loves it too.
Yes.
All right, so the Callisto Protocol will be releasing on PlayStation 5, PS4, PC, Xbox Series consoles, and the Xbox One this holiday season. So do not forget, December 2nd is the day. Go ahead and pre-order it if you want the exclusive content for PlayStation. Guys, are you planning on picking up the Callisto Protocol?
Yes.
I sure as hell am. It's day one. It's day one for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think what'll happen is I will wait till the Dead Space remake comes out. I will play that. If I can survive mentally that, then I will go and pick up.
Oh yeah, because I swear when you compare the two games, like the Callisto Protocol looks much more brutal than Dead Space.
My thing is though
Dead Space was pretty damn brutal when that came out.
Dead Space is brutal.
They were both released on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 at the same time, so I was wrong.
Yeah, I thought so. What I do know is Dead Space was built on Microsoft's hardware, because there's nuanced little things I noticed about people playing Dead Space on the Xbox 360. Yeah, on the Xbox 360 versus the PlayStation. Number one, like when you go to a save station and stuff like that, it loads like super fast and all this stuff, things like that. And it also did like that as well on the PC. So the PlayStation was the only one where it seemed like going to save your game actually like broke the flow of the game. So that was one thing. But I did a little bit of research on it. The PS3 had better textures and more stable frame rates and stuff like that. But the Xbox, I forget the 360 version had something that kind of one up it overall. I can't remember for sure though. Let's see. In the chat saying, I pray for a Switch port.
Good luck.
Nintendo don't like those games.
Your gods aren't listening. The Nintendo gods are not listening.
Which is ironic. It's like, no, we don't want a grotesquely brutal horror game, but we'll have a ton of like
sex games.
Yeah. Be happy we got you the unedited version of BMX XXX back on the game. Be happy with that.
All right. So I guess the with the exception of the person that does not have a PlayStation, will you guys be pre-ordering the game ahead of the launch just for the exclusive bonus? I would say this kind of puts me in a weird spot, because like if PlayStation is the only console getting the exclusive, then shit, that kind of hurts my chances for getting the PC version.
That darn PC version.
Because I kind of want the exclusive content, but
then again, it's at launch. It's coming eventually to the other
it'll be
systems.
there eventually.
So it doesn't. It matters like probably if you really absolutely need this right away. Which obviously they're not giving you any specifics. If you need this right away, then yeah, get it for the PlayStation. But if it doesn't matter to you, I mean, Call of Duty gets exclusive stuff on the PlayStation all the time. And it's like really not that important. I guess not really worthwhile. I would think.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like in Destiny when you get the Vanguard Operatives pack, and it's only good for like the first 2 missions of the game.
Yeah. It gives you
well,
extra gear that's like pretty much.
I know it's not. I know it's not going to carry you the whole game. Like God, like what type of rose tinted glasses do you think I'm wearing? I know that for sure. Like
the rosiest.
Well, you were sitting here just like 10 seconds ago thinking, oh man, I gotta get it on the PlayStation now, boy. I want to get it on PC.
Well, I mean, I
for
want
LeRon.
I mean, I want to try. I mean, I want to try it out.
Do?
I want to try it out. I mean, that's not so hard to fathom, right?
No, it's not. No, it's not. We all get that tickle down there, you know, every so often. That kind of reminds you, hey, PlayStation.
All right, so overall, Callisto Protocol, I've got my eye on it. It's a day one. It's a day one get. I'm just wrestling with where I'm gonna get it at. I don't know. I know for sure I'm not double dipping, so like I gotta be really strategic about how I buy this game.
You know you're getting it on PC.
I would like to get it on PC, but then again, you know my PlayStation doesn't always flex, and I need to flex every now and then.
Who do you flex your PlayStation to?
No. I'm saying the PlayStation. I don't.
Is that the newfangled saying that the new kids are saying these days? And I'm just
no. Like I mean, like I don't rack up a lot of playtime on my PlayStation, so it's one of those things, you know.
Oh man, I feel bad. I go in phases where I play one system for like weeks, and I don't even touch the other system, and I literally feel bad. I'm like, oh my god.
Hey, there was literally
Xbox. I haven't played my Xbox in like 3 weeks.
Hey, there was literally a time when my PC and my PlayStation were losing out to the Switch. There was literally a time. It doesn't really happen that much. It doesn't really happen that much anymore.
Yeah.
Called Monster Hunter.
Okay.
Moving on.
Oh, okay. I was just about to move on, actually.
Great.
Moving on.
All right. So, in our final news topic tonight, guys, let's talk about that Grand Theft Auto 5. How about we do that, huh?
Why?
All right. All right. And so, in our last bit of PlayStation news for tonight, Grand Theft Auto 5 is still $15 until the 9th of June. You jump on it. Here's another one. This game has been out since 2013? Yeah, this game's been out since 2013. If you haven't gotten it by now, $15 is a hell of a steal. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I don't know if I want to buy it even for $15.
Or I can spend that $15 on Destiny Silver or a nice warm meal for me and my family.
Well, there you go. We're just talking about if you want a game. Like, look, we don't need to talk about all the pragmatic stuff that people go through just to make sure, you know, like family and you know, and lights stay on and stuff like that.
Are you making fun of Corey for providing for his family?
I am not.
Sounds like it.
I am not.
His kids need that Destiny Silver.
Yeah.
And you're sitting here making jokes about it.
All right, so like I was saying, if you haven't had a chance to grab Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PlayStation at its discounted price, your time is running out.
Honestly, this game gets discounted quite often, so I wouldn't be surprised if it dropped down to 20 in a few months.
Yeah, but this is the introductory price, because remember, like they just had their next gen releases, and I know for a little while, I think it was $20 on for Xbox. I'm not sure. Because I kept looking and I could not find where the definitive price was. Every time I go to the Microsoft Store, it was at $30. So I'm not sure how long that one lasted if it had an introductory price, but yeah.
A lot of the Xbox ones that pop up are bundles though, with like shark cards and
else. Well, actually, this one that I'm going to talk about here for PlayStation is the Premium Edition, which comes packed with the main game for GTA 5 as well as the GTA Online. And you also get the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack, which gives you a whole bunch of like swag and money to spend online in the GTA Online community and stuff like that. And right now, GTA Online is also currently a limited free title for PlayStation 5 if you have PlayStation Plus. So get that. Ooh. Yeah, get that. That ends on the 14th of June, according to like the sources that I found. And once that ends, it'll be $15. So basically, the whole game will go back to $30 essentially. So there's that. Of course, GTA 5 has had quite a ride since its release way back in 2013 for PS3 and Xbox 360. Yeah, those are the only platforms it was available on back then when it released. How times have changed now. It's on damn near everything. It almost a Switch. Almost. It'll probably be on the Switch. It'll probably be on Switch soon.
No, never. You kidding me? If it hasn't been on the Switch at this time, I mean, honestly, it would be a slam dunk for Nintendo to put Grand Theft Auto 5 on their system.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a literal slam dunk.
Yeah.
Nintendo couldn't be able to catch that money fast enough.
Yeah, Nintendo's money shares would go up dramatically if Rockstar
and they still haven't done it.
Yeah.
I honestly don't understand why, because like Grand Theft Auto is probably making like that League of Legends money.
I mean,
People are still playing it.
Here's the thing. The rumor for Switch though for a long time was it was just the single player, and nobody's gonna pay $60 for the campaign, right? Everybody's gonna want.
I want to say maybe there will be a decent amount. But I mean, if it was just going to be single player, then yeah, obviously it wouldn't. It wouldn't be that big of a seller. But
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you haven't purchased it by now, like the big draw for Grand Theft Auto right now, obviously, is the online.
It is GTA Online, yeah.
Yep.
And if you're going to sell a version without it, then it might not even be worth it to them because they're all about their microtransactions, right? You look at GTA, you look at Red Dead, you look at NBA 2K, like all these, they're all about the shark cards and the NBA virtual currency and gold bars and all this crap. So
it's the world we live in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Video games are a business.
All right.
What? Next, you're going to tell me Ed's a Nintendo fan.
Last I heard, I heard him say, quote, that I don't think I like Nintendo anymore.
Well, he's fired.
Oh God!
I'm only a Nintendo fan because everyone makes me.
Oh God! I swear I have it's like I have dog hearing right now because I can hear that piercing scream he just gave hearing that.
I was gonna say I see it in the chat right
now. Okay, so I guess the general consensus is
Eddie pops out of the bush. He's like, "Why? Like I knew it. You are hiding."
I guess the general consensus here is like for the most part, like GTA at this point, like why the hell isn't GTA 6 here? I guess that's the consensus right now.
GTA 5 still makes money.
Exactly.
It still makes money.
And you know what? That online ecosystem they have with GTA Online, dude, like that's keeping them paid.
Perfect.
Hey, you know what? Say what you will. People can swear up and down they hate microtransactions, until they're blue in the face. But for some strange reason, GTA Online is still a thing and is like one of the most popular online games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that is nothing but microtransaction heaven.
Yeah. Plus,
it's money. I mean, the business, the execs are looking at that little line chart and they're seeing like Grand Theft Auto still making money. Mm-hmm. Why do we need to make another one? This one's still making money. We just sit here and collect.
Right.
All right.
Stephanie agrees with me. I heard that little. Indeed.
All right. Well. Hey, wasn't there? When's the Microsoft showcase? The Microsoft Bethesda showcase. When is that happening?
There's one on Sunday, and then there's one on the 14th. That's 90 minutes.
Wait, this coming Sunday? We've got one coming.
Yes.
So Sunday the 12th of June.
Yes.
Okay.
And then there's one on the 14th. That's also 90 minutes.
Corey, before you showed up, LeRon didn't believe me that this second showcase was happening. He's like, I didn't hear about it.
I didn't hear about it. I didn't say I didn't believe you. I just said I didn't. I looked. I did look.
He tried to search on Bing and he couldn't find it.
Gotcha.
I was like,
oh my gosh.
Let me switch our services over to Google Chrome and
which is funny because like Bing is Microsoft, so why didn't it come?
I know,
up in
yeah,
the
that's
hit?
why I was like, well, if it's Microsoft news,
you know what they say? Don't use Bing if you want to find the thing.
Bing is.
Never heard that one before.
All right, so that's all of our news topics.
Have it, Stoy. It's free.
So yeah, the Xbox Games Showcase Extended. That's what it's called.
Extended
stream on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently it's another 90-minute showcase. So
damn,
I'm telling you.
Microsoft is setting themselves up for disaster.
A hell of a year in just kind of like disappointment leading up to now. So I'm anticipating some freaking bangers.
This could be really bad.
This could be really good.
It could be really good or it could be really bad.
Bad for Sony, bad for Nintendo. If Xbox comes out and says, bam, Hellblade 2 this year. Bam, Forza Motorsport coming out in a couple months. Bam.
You know
what? Whatever else they're cooking up.
Like, you know what? Let's hope so.
I hope so, honestly, for Microsoft's sake. Because right now they ain't got shit this year.
Well, the reason why I'm saying this could be bad for them is because like if they do a whole bunch of show and no tell, it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad. Like I mean, like I want Xbox to succeed. I mean, shit. Like we're 2 years running into the Xbox Series like lifespan now at this point and stuff like that. And all I hear left and right, across the internet is Xbox has no games. Or like, hey, there's validity behind the fact that people are starting to say that, hey, I got Game Pass, burnout and stuff like that. There's validity to why they say that stuff. There's validity to why they say Xbox has no games, and stuff like that. And I know that like it's not all on Microsoft. It's not all on Microsoft for why stuff has just happened like this. But
it kind of is though, right?
That's the price you pay when you give the developers the freedom to do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I think you should give the developers the freedom, but you also need to manage it, right? You also need to check in. Like, I mean, you look at from people that I've heard that Microsoft was checking in on Halo before they showed that demo. And they're like, "Is it good?" They would just take their word for it, not even check up on it, and like they delayed it a whole year because fans hated the way the demo looked, right? And so. And that whole studio has gone through restructure after restructure after restructures. So, like, yeah, I think Microsoft's management has been pretty bad of these studios. They have enough studios to like say, look, we could have a first party title out every 2 months.
Every 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I know Phil's voiced that he wants to have by 2023, he wants to have a first party game out every quarter. Right. And maybe they're on that path. But
they're lined up to do it.
Like maybe they're on that path, but we haven't seen that they're on that path. They have something like 20 something games announced, right? And another 10 that are rumored. Yeah. And there's no roadmap. There is no roadmap. And as much as I love my Xbox, like I can't tell you what I'm looking forward to because there's no roadmap. Yeah, okay, cool. A new Fable would be great, but when's it coming? And there's that story that they were scaling that project back, right? And I don't know how true that is or not, but like
probably because they want more hands on deck to bring more Forza Horizon.
Yeah. So
which sucks because I want Fable,
Yeah. And so I mean, yeah, it's great that they own all these studios. It's great that they bought Bethesda. It's great that Activision is going to be in the folds at some point. But, like, where are these games? Like, we didn't see any gameplay of a lot of their titles, including one that was two that were supposed to come out this year, right? Which probably going to see that on Saturday. So, whatever, Starfield and Redfall. But, also, I know that Phil Spencer has been pretty vocal this year that's saying, like, if you don't have a gameplay for our showcase, don't bring your game, right? And
he said that? He said
that across first party and third party. So that gives me a little bit of hope that we're going to see a bunch of cool stuff. But that's something he should have said last year.
So wait, in a 90-minute show, and he said that?
Two 90-minute shows.
Two 90-minute shows, yeah. And two 90-minute shows.
Much everybody said we all got gameplay, Phil. Here is our gift to you, our Lord and Savior.
Yeah. So I mean,
I'm hoping we don't get
a. You look at Contraband, the game that's supposed to come out this year too, right? Like they made a big deal about them kind of filing that trademark today or whatever, like, or it got approved, whatever. I don't know how trademarks work. I probably should since we run a business, but I'm not a business guy. Okay, we need to hire some business people. But like. When they revealed it, it was just like these generic like shooting and Jeep sounds in the background as it scanned over this CG table and a CG map, and it just said Contraband. We're like, what are we excited for?
What is that?
It's like I said. Like I mean, like I like there needs to be a balance between show and tell, and I'm really hoping for that because like. Like say what you will. I mean, we did like 70 some odd episodes of this show where I was just PC and PlayStation. Well, I'm sorry, let me flip that. PlayStation and PC and stuff like that. So, I actually want all these systems to succeed. And you guys already know I don't believe in console wars and stuff like that. But like
rising tide raises all ships.
Yeah, true. But competition
makes everything better.
Exactly.
The competition is in the competition, don't get me wrong, Xbox put out some great games, and like Halo at launch, the campaign was great and the multiplayer is fun to play, but like if this is supposed to be a game as a service, you look at Halo 3's release, and I get it, like, okay, different platform, easier to develop back then, like things could come out quicker, et cetera, whatever. But like at this point, Halo 3, not a game as a service, had something like 8 more maps and 5 more modes come out in the same time span that Halo Infinite's been out. They also had co-op campaign at launch. They also had Forge, right? So like, I don't know what's happening in these studios. The only studios that seem to be doing anything right and managed correctly and putting out quality stuff consistently are Playground and Turn 10 and the Coalition. Those are the only studios at Microsoft that I have any faith in right now.
And Turn 10 hasn't put out anything in years, and neither has the Coalition.
Right, but I mean, the rumor is they're going to reveal Gear 6 this weekend.
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting.
Also, but to that point, though, also Rod Ferguson left, right? Which was like the guy who held everything together. So, and I don't know who's running the Coalition at this point. But from everything that I've heard, like they've also been helping Epic kind of build Unreal to kind of, Unreal 5. They've been really helping.
Be like the God engine, basically.
Yeah.
Video game development.
Uh-huh.
Stephanie, how about you? What do you got to say about all this?
Well, my question is, and maybe this is going to be a dumb question, but then what's going to be at, was it 2:00 on Thursday when Summer Games Fest starts? Because I thought that was kind of...
Well, Summer Games Fest, I know, like, obviously, Jeff Keighley said temper your expectations. There's not going to be anything new announced. Mm-hmm. It's only going to be stuff that's already kind of known and stuff that you've already seen. So,
okay, but, so that's Thursday, but the weekend stuff will be the new stuff?
Yeah, so like Sunday, June 12th, it's like 10 a.m. Pacific, is going to be the first Xbox showcase. And then on Tuesday, the 14th, it's going to be their second showcase at the same time, literally. So,
all right, so
it's going to be all Xbox, Bethesda, and some third-party stuff.
All right, so Sunday, 1:00 Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, and then what was the 14th?
Tuesday, same time.
Oh, Tuesday, same time. Okay, all right, okay. Well, should we do like a quick predictions or whatnot, or is Microsoft just bringing every damn thing?
If they got 2 showcases, they're bringing every damn thing. They better be bringing every damn thing. Forza Motorsport. It better be there. Xbox.
I'm gonna make up a bingo. I'm gonna make up some bingo cards, and then I'm just gonna distribute them to all of us over the Discord, and then we'll see.
Do that?
Huh?
That'd be great. Let's do that.
Okay, yeah, I will start looking at everything that Microsoft is supposed to have lined up for the next year and a half. So for the next for the last 6 months to a year out from now, like I'll do that. And all those games will be on there. All those games, and maybe a service will be on there. Like who knows? There might be some big ass announcement for Games of Gold and Game Pass. Who knows?
Games of Gold.
All right. Any final thoughts on any of this stuff?
They better bring it. They better.
Yeah. For real.
That's You said it. I want to see Xbox's touting a big game with Game Pass and day one releases and buying up all these studios.
They have damn near everybody.
It's just time to see the, like, you talk a big talk, now walk the walk.
Now walk it. Yeah. Like, all right. Well, to get the scoop on all tonight's news and topics, links have been provided in our Twitch stream chat, so go check them out and continue the conversation over at PS_Crossroads with us, or go over to bossroads.net. Check out a lot of the articles and stuff that our contributors, including all of us on this panel, you help put out there, and get some more news. Like, find out some more stuff, like things like that. Just because this is I would have said at one point this used to be just the PlayStation show, but we talk about practically everything on this show now.
I ruined it, didn't I?
Except for Nintendo.
You did not. We talk about Nintendo on this show too. So we talk about, it's kind of crazy when it does happen, but we do talk about Nintendo on the show too.
To be fair, last night on Power Block, we talked about Sonic and Fortnite, so those were our topics.
Yeah. Okay, everyone. Well, we've made it. It's time for the big topic tonight, and Stephanie, this one's for you because if you have the bossrush.net right now, our friend Stephanie here, she did a entire Boss Rush banner about who stole the show at the State of Play. So we're going to talk about the State of Play, but we're also going to answer Stephanie's question tonight as well. So here we go. If you guys missed it, there was a State of Play this past June the 2nd, last week, Thursday. Stephanie, I appreciate you being on the recap show. Thank you.
That was awesome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Also, shout to at that retro crowd Eddie Vernell for being there as well. All right. So the general consensus viewed it as a success due to the wide variety of games and a generous range of release dates. I feel like that was one of the things that made this State of Play strong. Like, we saw a lot of release dates. We just didn't see like trailers and stuff, and like coming soon and stuff like that. We saw concrete release dates, and we also saw like windows for when games are coming out and stuff like that. And you know what? That's something that cannot be denied in these showcases and stuff like that. Sony not only showed up, but also delivered, bringing out titles that appealed to the biggest audiences out there across games. So we had everything from remakes to long-running franchises and even VR games, which Corey was not excited about at all.
Let's talk about everybody's thirsty fantasy about being propped up against the wall
by Lady D in VR.
How many VR Resident Evil fanboys got huge chubbies watching that scene and seeing themselves like, I could play this scene in VR. That's why Capcom targeted that particular scene in that trailer. Stephanie, you heard me go on this rant yesterday.
Yeah.
But this is very specific targeting that Capcom did. They know their fan base. They know their audience. They could have played any scene in Resident Evil 8. Any scene. But they chose that one in particular.
Well, yeah, because
No, go ahead.
Oh, am I not on mute? My screen shows I'm on mute. Anyway, like when Resident Evil 8 was not released yet, and they chose Lady D to be the primary person in the trailers, that's fine because they don't want to, give away all the other baddies that are in the game. But now that Resident Evil 8 or Resident Evil Village has been out for some time, like everybody knows that there are several other things or people that you could fight. What about that creepy baby in that dollhouse? Like, that's fucking scary as fucking VR. But no, they still stuck with the same lady. So I totally agree with you there.
Hey, hang on, guys, because let me just give the rundown of everything that was shown off at State of Play. This is not in any particular order, so sorry in advance for all those people who are actually Nazis about this type of stuff. We had Resident Evil 4, which is coming to PS5 next year. That's the remake, not another port. It's the remake, and we also had Street Fighter 6 with first details on the new fighters coming to its roster, plus the drive system, World Tour, and more. Final Fantasy 16 is getting a launch window of summer of 2023. Resident Evil Village boasting PSVR 2 development. We've also got we have a more detailed gameplay look at Horizon Call of the Mountain, the VR game, the VR exclusive game coming out to the franchise. There was Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution, which is in development for VR, as well as the PS5 VR, the PSVR 2 version of No Man's Sky. Guys, they're going to run that game into the ground. They really are.
Look, I mean, if it's finally where it's supposed to be, right? So I mean, good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. The announcement that Marvel Spider-Man's hitting PC this coming August. And by the way, like, it wasn't really announced in the State of Play, but Miles Morales will also be hitting the PC soon after the PC launch of Marvel Spider-Man. So there's that to be on the lookout for. Let's see. We also have Rollerdrome, which is a new game by the creators of Ollie Ollie World. And then there's my favorite, my sweetheart of the entire show, the Callisto Protocol. We're getting a gameplay debut trailer and a concrete release date, which I hope that's true. I hope that's true.
I really do too. Fingers crossed.
It's been in development for a while.
It's been in development for a while, but there was a lot of speculation that. It's been. I want to say it's been at least 3 years, but there was speculation that this game wasn't actually going to hit until 2023. So which
we honestly haven't seen anything significant. Like we haven't seen any. All we saw was like a CGI trailer last year, just out of the blue.
Yeah.
And by all ways, like how video game releases go when you announce release dates, like you announce a game like 3 days before or 3 years before the game is actually released. So we're kind of used to that.
Yep. And then we have the PlayStation Indie Season, A Layer to the Future. Also, did I miss that? There was no release date for that one, was there?
I think there was.
Okay. Well, I will admit, like that was the one game that I really didn't not have any hype for. So like I probably just glazed over it. I'm sorry. I
thought it said
August or something.
Like August, yeah. It was coming soon. It was coming this year.
I can confirm if my computer wasn't being a butt.
It's fine now. It's fine now. We've also got Tunic finally coming to PlayStation later this year. And then there's a dating sim meets action adventure title Eternite. And just to circle back real quickly, Stray.
Yes.
You had to wait until you got back on the call.
Stray coming out this July as part of PlayStation Plus. If you are essential or an extra member, like that game will be available to you day one for PlayStation Plus.
So yeah, quickly, season A Letter to the Future. It says autumn 2022.
Okay.
Based off of our Boss Rush article, and yes, Stray. Okay, not only is it a game that you play as a fucking cat, which is fucking awesome, but like I don't know, it's just got a great with a backpack, and that God, and also it's Annapurna, one of the best publishers out there for indies, and then also it's the first that we know of game that's going to be free on day one for those with the new PlayStation Extra.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's extra exciting, because now we're starting to see what PlayStation can offer besides their older games.
Well, just remember, just real quickly to recap, for if you have PlayStation Plus Extra and PlayStation Plus Premium, you're actually going to wind up getting a drop every 2 weeks of new content to the service. So so basically every 2 weeks alternating. So the beginning of the month, everybody on PlayStation Plus will get the usual drops, which is usually 3 games, and then in the middle of the month, people who are subscribed to Extra and Premium, and I also think Deluxe, if you're in a territory that doesn't have streaming, you'll also get an additional drop of games in the middle of the month. So yeah, there's perks out there. All right, so let's talk about. Me and Stephanie already talked about this in great detail last Thursday night. So Corey and Stoy, you guys definitely like what jumped out at you guys for this one? I know Stoy and I are already high-fiving about the Callisto Protocol.
Yeah, I mean, I'm high-fiving, but like low key, high-fiving the Resident Evil 4 remake. Because I wanted Code Veronica.
I did, yeah. I want Code Veronica as well, but I kid you not, what I saw in RE4 remake, I'm like, okay, you know what? I think I can get on board with this. I don't think I have that many problems with this now.
I just wanted, I want Claire Redfield back, and I think I was thinking about this because I was like, why did I want because I thought like it could have a more significant remake. Like the jump from the present game to what we have now to like a full-on remake would be a bigger jump than going from Resident Evil 4 to now. But I just want Claire Redfield back. So I really hope that the next remake that they're working on is Code Veronica.
Yeah.
I really do.
I agree. Yeah.
I mean, you don't think they would go right to 5, do you? I think I don't know. A lot of
honestly, I think they should just stop. Code Veronica should be the last of it.
Yeah,
you don't need the remake 5. You don't need the remake 6. I mean, you could stop there.
Yeah.
What if they give it like the Kingdom Hearts treatment? It's such a iconic franchise. Just like package everything together.
They did with actually the Resident Evil triple pack, probably one of the best deals you can get on the Switch.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4, 5,
and 6. Yeah.
No, I don't want 5 and 6. I want everything.
5 and 6 are good.
5 and 6 are good.
Like as a Resident Evil fan, I actually like I like 6, but I don't like 6. 6 doesn't tower over like Resident Evil 3 and 2 in my opinion.
I think actually that was one of my banters. Was what's the most divisive Resident Evil game?
Oh, it's 6.
And
it was
6 for
that.
sure.
It was I read that one. Yeah.
Listen, Leon is the best out of the best hero in that entire series because this dude survived a plane crash. Literal plane crash into the city of Hong Kong. Survived. Walked out of it. Like, God. My shirt's all dirty now. Like, bro, you just did a 30,000-mile-an-hour drop.
What? He's better than, was it Chris who can punch boulders?
Punch boulders. By the way,
they can come up with a consistent design for Chris. First of all,
yeah, I was
talk about.
I was about to say I want to meet Chris's personal trainer circuit of Resident Evil 5 and 6. I want to meet that guy. I don't want to meet him Resident Evil 7 and 8 though.
That actually was the lore in like why he got so buff in Resident Evil 5 because he knew he would be going after the fight Albert Wesker and he knew he needed to be jacked for that fight.
Huh. All right.
Yeah,
muscle lore.
Actually, yeah, it's actually in the lore.
Oh, okay. I don't doubt it actually.
What's the lore behind the cheerleader outfit in Resident Evil 0?
The cheerleader outfit for who? Rebecca?
For Rebecca? Yeah. I'm pretty sure she was a cheerleader in high school.
I'm just kidding. It's like one of the things that always pops up. Is like it's on sale, 99 cents.
Yeah, but I will say this. Also, the one that got me was Spider-Man for PC because I've been calling it for months. That Spider-Man was the next game coming to PC. and people actually fought me in my comment section on actual replays of Crossroads on YouTube. They fought me on this.
Of course they did.
They fought me hard for Spider-Man. They fought me hard for Ratchet and Clank. And I'm sorry to that man that took a bandsaw to his PlayStation. After hearing that Spider-Man is coming into PC. I'm sorry for you.
It's okay.
I know. Big baby.
It's okay.
Oh boy. Corey, you haven't really said much. Actually, Corey, how would you rate the state of play for Sony? How would you rate it?
They had a lot of good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think showing off PSVR 2 and more Horizon was a good start. I think Resident Evil 8, I always wondered why it didn't come to PSVR. Well, now it's come to PSVR 2, so that answers that question.
Yeah.
I think they showed off a lot of great games, a lot of games that people are looking forward to. I personally think Final Fantasy 16 is the game of this show that I'm the most looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody the other day where the reasons I'm excited for PlayStation are not the reasons that everybody's excited for PlayStation. And that's general,
okay.
Right?
That's okay.
I think Forspoken and Final Fantasy 16 look really cool. The Knights of the Old Republic remake looks hopefully will be awesome. Even though I know that'll probably come to Xbox at some point.
Didn't that get handed off to another developer?
Aspire is making it. So
yeah, but I thought they handed off a significant portion of the development to someone else.
I didn't know that. I haven't really looked up much about it in a while.
I never played the original KOTOR, and I am really amped for KOTOR. For the KOTOR remake.
Well, it's going to be an action RPG this time, not a turn-based, line up your moves and watch it play.
So it's getting the Final Fantasy 7 remake treatment. I already love it.
Plus, that story is so good. And
Saber Interactive, that's who did it. Yeah, Saber Interactive just jumped on to help develop KOTOR.
Great, they are a good developer. I trust them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They probably did that
they
because
made Time Shift.
Yeah.
Remember Time Shift?
Yeah. I remember that.
Oh, man. They also did The Witcher. They're doing the Witcher ports too for the next gen.
Yep.
But I think, man, my only concern with the KOTOR remake is that Aspire, this is their first real big AAA, big budget title.
Mm-hmm.
And KOTOR is one of those games like Final Fantasy VII that maybe you shouldn't take that chance with. And so having Saber help them is probably a great idea.
Mm-hmm. I understand the concern.
Yeah. Plus, they're both owned by Embracer now. So, Embracer probably could throw any of their $100 27 studios on it or something.
Well, I was going to say maybe that's why Saber just jumped into the fray.
Yeah.
You know, because maybe Aspire bit off a little bit more than they could chew, and Embracer's like, well, we got like just studios just sitting here in this basket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, let's have Saber help you out.
Yeah.
Stoy, what was your thoughts overall on the state of play?
Dude, they brought bangers, man. They brought bangers. Like, it was
Agreed.
really good.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, you know, obviously some stuff we expected. What I didn't expect was the whole Final Fantasy 16 drop. By all accounts, we kept hearing that the game is pretty much done. The game is pretty much playable. And all of a sudden we get that release date summer 2023. And it's like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
That threw me too, because the last thing I read said it was basically almost gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they were just like, yeah, we're just kind of testing it. The game is fully playable from start to finish. I
mean,
like
they finished all localization. Yeah,
like the game was actually supposed to come out already.
Mm-hmm.
And then they delayed it. They delayed it by like, which, you know, obviously severely impacted by COVID and all these other things, whatever, you know, so we got to delay it a little bit. And then like all of a sudden for them to say summer 2023 at this stage in the game, to delay it like a whole year and a half almost, it's like, I don't know. Weird.
Mm-hmm.
So it leads me to believe that it could be that team is maybe dividing their resources to kind of help Final Fantasy VII Remake kind of get going. I don't know if that's the same team that's working on both or what.
I don't think so, because they're two different engines. I don't think so.
Are they two different engines?
Yeah.
I mean,
16.
Looking at that combat, it looks almost the same.
It does look almost the same, but I thought 16 and Forspoken are using the same engine.
Mm-mm.
No, they're not.
No, I think Forspoken is the last game on that Luminous engine that they use for Kingdom Hearts, and I think they're transitioning all their games over to Unreal.
Okay.
5.
Okay.
I could be mistaken on that, but I do know that they are transitioning to Unreal 5.
Yeah, I know that too.
One of these games is the last game on their current Luminous engine.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But 16 was definitely like a standout. Like I said last Thursday night in the recap. Like my standouts and my guarantees are of course the Callisto Protocol. That's number one. Final Fantasy 16 and Spider-Man for PC, which I know technically shouldn't count because it's PC and not a die-in-the-wool PlayStation title. But you know, like that's where my head's at. Eternights looks good as well, you know. So yeah.
But I mean, like PlayStation wants to have that PC presence now, right? And
yeah.
So I think it's good to put their heavy hitters on because I mean, Microsoft has obviously been playing the PC game for a while, and now PlayStation, I mean, Nixxes is that studio that they bought specifically to develop for PC. So
yeah. So as we know it right now, let's see. We had the first game we had this year was God of War. Coming to PC, and there's the thing too, like God of War just hit on the PC, you know, and so like I guess Sony realized we're gonna make as much money as we're gonna make from God of War, so like it's time to like just go ahead and give it out for free and stuff like that. Next up is the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection, which we still don't have a concrete release date on that. I felt like it was supposed to be out by now, honestly. And then we've got Spider-Man coming up, and then later on this year, we not just Spider-Man, but also Spider-Man Miles Morales is coming. You know, so you know, hey, like somebody out there's gonna be pissed at me. Ratchet and Clank is coming.
I can see it. I mean, I don't know. I don't get why people get their panties in a bunch, and I mean, especially with Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man's been out for how many years? It's like, give it a rest. Just let it go to PC. It's okay.
Well, not only that, you know, like let's look at this first. For those looking at this, essentially for what it is, Spider-Man is at the height of popularity right now, thanks to the MCU movies. You know, like because I mean, like Spider-Man actually put a boom back into the comic book sales for the franchise. Yeah, I know there's long-standing like, you know, like fans of the comic book franchise for Spider-Man and stuff like that. You know, like the Spider-Man franchise is kind of split now between Miles Morales and Peter Parker Spider-Man and stuff like that, you know, but at the same time, you know, like we're getting an opportunity to like see like this game in a new light and it, you know, because like Activision kind of were hit and miss, with the Spider-Man franchise and stuff like that. And remember, I spoke about this.
Most of their games are pretty good.
They are, but the general consensus from a lot of the fans though was like these games could be more. They could they could be better and stuff like that. And I don't think a lot of people like the licensed movies, the licensed games from the movies. I think that was one of the problems too. But yeah, so honestly, I feel like Spider-Man is there's a possibility that Marvel was like, hey, Guardians of the Galaxy did great. We all know how Avengers did. Let's see what happens if we put Spider-Man in a different market.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, keep in mind Sony owns Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Much so.
Yeah.
And Sony can do whatever they want with it.
Hell yeah. I didn't ask this question yet. Stoy, actually, Corey, you said that Final Fantasy 16 was like the runaway hit right there. Stephanie, what do you think was the runaway hit for you?
Well, not to be a cop-out of the article that I wrote, but I thought it was more of a company than a particular game, and I thought just Capcom knocked it out of the park.
This is Capcom's show.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just think it's funny because there's going to be a Capcom showcase, and I'm sure there's more to it. But I mean, come on, Street Fighter 6, whether or not you hate story mode or the graphics or the new characters, we know that's just going to sell.
Who would hate the graphics? That shit looked beautiful.
Oh, it looked beautiful to me, but some people have a stylistic choice and whatever. I don't know, just people complaining. People on the internet complaining about the most obscure thing.
Well, and that's such a small minority that just gets people so amped up.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing with the whole Spider-Man thing. I guarantee you, a majority of people are happy or either don't give a shit that it's going to PC, that it doesn't matter. They bought it, they played it, they enjoyed it enough. Now it's time for someone else to have it. But in the case of Street Fighter 6, I think the jump to Street Fighter 4. That color palette and that design choice, I remember kind of turned a few heads to say what the hell's going on here with Street Fighter? It was a huge shift.
I thought Street Fighter 4 looked lovely.
It did.
It
looked like at the time.
People don't like change.
They don't like change, especially since a lot of people haven't played. So say for example, I look at Street Fighter 6 like Street Fighter Alpha 3. They're the Alpha series where it was really edgy, kind of like comic book, really colorful color palette. Style to it. And I immediately thought that they're going for that style. Cool. And it looks and plays great.
Mm-hmm.
What does it matter? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it's not like they're ugly character models because everything looked gorgeous. Everything looked gorgeous. Even that one character that had that really long braided ponytail and stuff like that, which that's how you win. That's how you win the fight. If it was a real street fight, that's how you win the street fight with that guy. You get the damn tail and just run him. But I don't. I always feel like I always come back to this. I don't understand what gamers want sometimes because every single game in here, including the games that I wasn't even interested in, like Roller Drome and Season, they all looked good. They all look spectacular and phenomenal and stuff like that. Most of them showed off gameplay and stuff like that. I mean, shit, everybody had been begging for some more looks of Horizon Call of the Mountain. You got that, but but not only
that is gonna make me throw up.
Yeah.
Gonna make me throw up. They're gonna climb that mountain. I'm gonna be like, nope. Take the headset off. I'm done.
Yeah, I mean,
5 minutes of that game.
I mean, the first thing that we see from Street Fighter 5, besides that teaser that came out a month ago, is actual gameplay footage. I don't understand what people want sometimes. I don't get it.
Let it go. Fuck them.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that's why, if I'm just looking at hard facts, it's Capcom. They got a huge Street Fighter title coming in. They've got a
2 Resident Evils.
4. Yeah, and then a VR Resident Evil. Yeah, so it's.
Yeah.
Oh, and no, wait, no, I almost made the mistake and said Final Fantasy. Totally different developer.
That's Square.
Were you going to talk about the Dino Crisis meets Anthem video game that they're developing?
Oh. I'm so glad that wasn't there. I am not in any way hyped for that game. Not at all.
You're talking about where they drop dinosaurs out of the spaceships or whatever, right?
Yeah.
They're just supposed to
and
murder
then
them all.
everybody's in Anthem mech suits.
Yeah.
I want to know. I would love to have been in the boardroom when someone tried that idea. I would have loved to have heard how they sold that game to the point where the board of directors was like, okay, let's do it.
I love the boardroom metaphors that we always come up with every now and then. I wanted to be the fly on the wall where someone walked in there to say, okay, all right, take a bunch of mechs, post-apocalyptic world, dinosaurs. And all of a sudden, like, all right, here's all the money you need. You want to use the RE engine? Here you go.
Okay, so
But what about the one guy in the back? What about Dino Crisis? And they throw him.
him out the window.
Just turn Capcom into a meme at this point.
Yeah. All right. So I got to ask the question. Oh wow. That's not it.
Gags says, get out of here. Get out of here with this.
That's not it. That's not it. My bad. My bad. The question is, were there any games or studios missing that you felt should have been in this presentation? I know a lot of people were bitching and moaning about no God of War presence. A lot of people were bitching and moaning about no shit. What I was thinking about it and I lost it. Go ahead. Whoever's going to speak, go ahead.
No, they said there wasn't going to be any first party.
Yeah, it was all gonna be third party or
yeah.
Or PSVR stuff. Like, God, people are stupid.
Yeah,
man.
they are. They are.
Honestly, I would have liked to have had a release date for PSVR.
Yeah, but we know that's a dedicated show.
What I'm worried about is that it's literally, I mean, I imagine they're planning it for 2022. They're planning it for this year. And it's going to be a pretty significant hardware piece that you're going to want people to get. And it's going to be in the vein of like $200 to $300, I imagine. It's probably going to be $250, I'm thinking. But, you know, I mean, that's going to be a significant investment that a lot of people are going to have to save up money for. So
yeah.
Well, if we're in June now and we're thinking 2022, is it?
What, it's holiday. It's holiday.
Oh yeah, fall or holiday.
Well, I don't think they're gonna push it out till next year. I think the PSVR comes out in like February or March.
I just would think that.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, all I was gonna say is that we're 6 months until December, so I'm like, don't they want time to market? But I'm not a business person, so sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just a lot of some of the YouTube channels and podcasts I listen to, like Moore's Law is Dead, is a channel that like kind of specializes in tech and whatever, and one of his big focuses is PSVR right now, and he says that everybody he's talked to says they're aiming for a Q1 2023.
Okay. I mean, I would imagine they would have to.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I think out the gate PSVR will do well, just because the hardcore PlayStation fans will get it. It's that tail you want to get, right? So you put it out in March, and then it does well, and then you can kind of show off some stuff at E3, and then get the rest of the people excited for it the following Christmas.
Yeah, and I also said last week's show when Ed was on, I was like, there are actually people who are sitting here waiting for PSVR to come out so they can get their PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I already have my PlayStation.
Yeah, you already have your PlayStation, but there are people who are literally just sitting there because some people like bleeding edge technology. Some people that's usually what they get out of bed for and stuff like that. Because for example, yesterday Apple had the WWDC and stuff like that, and I watched that whole thing and I was like, yeah, I already see. Well, besides the fact that it's Apple, people are just gonna be like, take my money anyway. When they're talking about like the new chip and stuff, I was like, I see people just getting ready to jump on that right now, and stuff like that. Yeah, there are people out there who they got to be the first to have this tech and stuff like that. So yeah, trust me, people are waiting for PSVR too. Just like I guarantee you, people are already waiting for the hardware refreshes on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and stuff. They're waiting for those hardware refreshes. Which, by the way, I'm just gonna say this right now, and y'all can come at me in any type of chat you want. We do not need hardware refreshes. We don't need them. Not right now. Not right now. Technology's too good, and they shouldn't refresh shit until they stop producing games for PS4 and Xbox One. And shit,
I
technically,
think the consoles should be smaller.
I was gonna say that's the only console refresh I would get behind.
Yeah, make them smaller.
Literally redesign them.
Make them smaller. Yeah, make them smaller. Yeah.
I mean, because apparently Xbox always says we haven't even fully unlocked the Series X hardware yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I know for a fact Sony's saying it. They might not be saying it out loud, but they're saying it.
Yeah. But even like we haven't even really seen what this current generation can do in terms of graphics.
Yeah.
Like, once we start seeing games come out with Unreal Engine 5, I mean, that's when we'll really see what this generation can do.
I mean, the only game slated on the Xbox side of things that's coming to Xbox One, I think, is Forza Motorsport, right? I'm assuming. Because Starfield's not coming, Redfall's not coming. Hellblade's probably definitely not coming. That game looks amazing. Although Unreal 5 is easily scalable, I hear. But I doubt the next Gears will... What?
Just look at the chat.
I don't know.
No, let Eddie have whatever streaming consciousness he has, right?
Oh my gosh, now I have to. Oh no.
I don't understand what he's saying, actually. So anyway,
he's saying they have no games, which is basically the same thing we said like 2 segments back.
Yeah, I mean, way to catch up, Ed. But I mean, I the only refresh I would like to see is like a redesign, like an Xbox One to One X redesign, like smaller, more compact kind of. I mean, the Series X isn't terrible if you're standing it up; it looks fine. But like the PlayStation 5, like that's like probably
that thing is gaudy. That thing is gaudy.
50% of the reason why I haven't purchased one is because that thing is way too big, and I just don't want something that huge sitting where my children can knock it over. It's
funny. It's funny because my roommate asked me if he could play the PlayStation downstairs and stuff like that, and I thought I was gonna miss it like being in my room, but I really don't. I mean, now once some of these hardcore games come out, like it's coming back upstairs in my room because I want to be able to lay on my bed and play games.
Yeah. So I mean, I
couldn't do that, man. I'd fall asleep.
It's a balancing act. I'll put it that way.
I could see these consoles getting a refresh in terms of like a larger internal hard drive or something.
That'd be nice.
Or like the Xbox streaming box that's been rumored for a while. Like I could totally see that coming at some point. But
I'll be realistic with you. Like they won't give you a bigger hard drive until the next generation of consoles come out. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like
SSDs are too expensive still.
SSDs get expensive once you get past 2 terabytes. But the fact that Sony's SSD is proprietary, like it's on the board and it's not like an actual like thing you can just swap out.
Why do you do that? Vita died.
I have no idea.
That's exactly why the Vita died. Those damn proprietary SD cards that were too much money.
Well, you look at the Series X's 2 terabyte SSD, which is theoretically it's not proprietary, but it definitely these companies have to go out of their way to do it. It's the 2 terabyte one, $400.
I can't remember for sure. Like, is that one? It's not a chip on the board, right?
It's like an old school like PlayStation 2 memory.
Wait, you talking about the expansion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, that thing's $400.
The 2 terabyte one is $400.
Oh, 2 terabyte. Okay.
The 1 terabyte one is just under $200. Yeah, and the reason why I rained at everybody's parade about like don't expect a bigger hard drive anytime soon coming inside these systems is because you can't buy a PC off the shelf with something higher than 1 terabyte in right now. So like that's the next thing. We gotta wait for PCs to like say, okay, we'll give you a 2 terabyte, we'll give you a 4 terabyte SSD, and then we'll see these companies probably like a generation or two later say, okay, we'll do that too. So yeah.
Don't do that because then the games are gonna get bigger.
Yeah.
Ubisoft is gonna be like, we can make a 200-hour campaign for Assassin's Creed.
They already did,
and have it span the entire continent of Europe.
Oh man.
Yeah, let's go.
Man.
Isn't that what Assassin's Creed Infinite is gonna be though?
Infinite?
Or whatever.
Or Rift, whatever it's gonna be called.
Yeah. No, Rift is the smaller project. That's like a 40-hour game.
Good, great. I'm glad they're going back to that.
Infinite or Infinity is the game as a service game where
they can have that one.
Keep adding to.
Mm-hmm. So. Sick.
All right, everyone.
Yeah.
I think it's about that time.
Stephanie, there's something weird across your chest. I don't know if you know that's there.
I grew a beard.
Yeah, clearly.
I'm telling you. I guarantee you when July comes around, all of a sudden we're gonna see her cat with a backpack.
Yeah, we're gonna see this.
Come on, it's an orange cat.
A backpack sweater. We're gonna see it.
Perfect.
That's great.
All right. Well, we can go ahead and wrap this show up.
Why?
I had a lot
so
of
much fun.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is fun. This almost feels like a repeat of last night, man. We were having a blast last night.
Yeah, last night was fun too.
Yeah.
It's always fun.
All right, everyone. That's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you, as always, for tuning into the Crossroads podcast here on the Boss Rush Network.
Where the Xbox and the PlayStation cross paths.
Mm-hmm. And the PC is just...
And the PC crossroads. Crossroads.
Yeah.
You were supposed to start putting that in your intro, LeRon.
We need to write it. We need to flesh it out a little bit better than that because it kind of sounds like a turducken.
Okay, all right.
We need to flesh it out a little bit better.
Where the roads of the PlayStation and the Xbox and the PC cross.
That's a little bit better.
Okay, all right.
Corey, Stephanie, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate it, and I know for sure I'll see you guys again tomorrow for the Boss Rush podcast.
I'm sorry, Corey and Stephanie.
Fun.
I was happy to join in.
Story is like the yang to my yin, I swear.
LeRon made me.
LeRon made me. Yeah, sure. We could have done this without you, bro. Yeah.
Okay, the next time you ask me to show up, I won't.
Nope. No. You are required to be here.
You are Mr. Boss Rush, bro.
If hold on, Corey. If I
Mr. Boss Rush.
Corey,
I don't want to be. Help.
Corey, if I say, hey, you want to come on Crossroads, that just means you're coming to Crossroads. How about that?
It's not phrased as a question anymore.
No, the question is the phrase.
Yeah.
It's a demand, not a request.
All right, everyone. So before we head out, here's how you can get with and stay connected with everybody on the panel tonight. Stephanie, please go first.
Oh, thank you. You can find me on the Twitterverse and Instagram at Klimov, KLIMOV_author. And you can hear my fabulous voice on Wednesday nights with Corey and LeRon, and sometimes a +4, a +1 to equal 4. I don't know. On the Boss Rush podcast.
All I know is every time we bring a certain dude on the show, like he has me and Corey like doubled over in pain, from medical stuff.
Who's that?
Oh, we're talking about me?
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime you guys want me to talk about penile surgery, I'm your guy.
I'm due for a penile story.
Yeah, sure.
Story, you doing anything tomorrow night?
I'm not coming on the
show. All right, Corey, you're up.
You can find me at IamCoreyHG on Twitter and Instagram. You can also find me on the Boss Rush podcast on Nintendo Power Block and Expansion Pass. You can also find me on a lot of episodes of Standard Definition. This show now, apparently.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull finally posted for everybody.
I know.
Yes, I saw that. I'm thinking about listening to it so I can hear everybody's hot takes on that one.
You should. It's great.
I had to watch it again.
It's great.
I watched it about a year or so ago recently.
Isn't it a great film?
I actually enjoyed the film. Like I don't understand. I don't understand why people. I feel like with the way Indiana Jones, like the franchise goes, it was just a given that was going to happen. It was just a given.
And Shia LaBeouf was going to get engaged in a sword fight.
Not that thing. Not that thing.
Jeeps.
I'm talking about the UFOs. That's what I'm talking about.
No, that makes sense. That was the only thing that made sense because that was the hysteria at the time. But I'm talking about you had a grown ass man swinging on vines, catching up to dudes in a Jeep. I don't want to talk about the movie anymore.
Well, Stoy, talk about yourself. Let everyone know where they can find you.
That I could do. I am also on the EXP Cast. We're a video game podcast on the Boss Rush Network. All praise our Lord and Savior, Corey Dirrig, Mr. Boss Rush himself. So
Yep, Stoy was totally not trash talking you.
no, I never would do that. I never trash talk Corey unless it's like all the time. But I never do.
Not do
I
that.
would, Corey. I love and respect you, although I hate your guts. Anyway, but you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at EXPcast, and also my personal Twitter at StoyMKE8.
All right. And as always, you can find me on social media at Exodus803. That's also my Twitch and YouTube channels, as well as my PlayStation Network and Steam ID account. Also, do not forget, like I said earlier, Wednesday nights, Boss Rush podcast time with Stephanie and Corey there, as well as if you are a patron to the Boss Rush Network, you can get early access to our other show, the alternate show for the Boss Rush podcast, that being Boss Rush After Dark, where, I'll just promote it like this. It's the show that we talk about stuff that isn't content appropriate for the other flagship shows for Boss Rush. So just think about that.
We just talk about penises and taint and boobs.
Yep. Before we head out, real quick, over at bossrush.net, there's a whole bunch of good things that you should always check out over there. If you're a fan of physical copies of video games, I'm pretty sure you've heard Stoy talk about his visit to Limited Run, and but also our friend Stephanie here talked about Forever Physical, which is the new ad campaign that the Limited Run store has going on right now. So check that out. Also, even though E3 isn't happening this year, there's no other way we can really put that. E3 is not happening. Get over it.
But the ESA did say it's coming back next year in person.
Mm-hmm.
They said it for real.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I'll believe it when I see
Exactly.
it.
Our friend Shane Kelly wants to know, will we ever have an E3 substitute that captures that same magic? Check that out in the June 3rd edition of the Boss Rush Banter. And lastly, our Boss Rush contributor, Awick, brings us his review for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, which is out now for PlayStation, PC, and Xbox. Find out how the latest addition to the Borderlands franchise pans out for him over at bossrush.net. All that and more can be found at bossrush.net, so head over there, check out more editorials and shows from our ever-growing family of contributors and creators. Also, don't forget, we're always looking for really cool gamers and nerds to hang out with, so why not join the Boss Rush Network Discord? This has been fun. This has been episode 84 of the Crossroads Podcast.
Wow.
Stoy, I finally got it right. I didn't...
Yeah. Proud of you, man. I'm witnessing you grow in front of my eyes.
I know. It's since we changed this format, it's taken me 8 episodes to get it right.
Yeah.
As always, you can chat with us and keep the conversation going by hitting us up over on Twitter at ps_crossroads. And just remember, as always, play games, be better, and we will see you next time on the Crossroads Podcast. Y'all have a good night. We love you, and take care.
Can we change the Boss Rush slogan to just "Don't be a dick"?
Actually, wait. Didn't it change? Like, Corey, you kind of changed the slogan just a little bit, didn't you? It was "Be better," but it was something else too, right?
Boss Rush Network. Don't be a dick.
It's be you, be more, be better.
Okay. All right. Well, we've taken up enough of your time. We're out of here. Take care. Good night.
Goodbye.